even left a legacy in the form of her children. Wangari has been with us throughout the show, but I'm now joined with her brothers, Wangari Mathai and Muta Mathai. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
What a family. Yeah. What a woman. I'll keep saying that. And this one got all the good things, huh? Is she tough like her mother?
Exactly.
Is she?
Carbon.
Let me just read a few tweets, guys, because tweets just coming in so thick, so fast. Edward says, very real, inspirational Thursday. Wow, loving the show. Julius Wakiania says, reliving the memories of Wangari Mathai, what a timely tribute. And then Ahadi Liz says, when greatness honors greatness, Oprah Winfrey to Wangari Mathai. That's deep. That's deep.
That's special.
And that demo, I don't know, you guys, do you remember that demo when Mom was being tear gassed and beaten up and almost killed, if you will? Do you remember where?
Yes, I do. It was horrible, and as my sister mentioned, we thought we were going to lose her during that period.
Yeah.
So we were grateful to have the good years when change finally came to Kenya, and she was able to be accepted somewhat, and then of course the events leading up to the prize. So we were very grateful that we spent those years with her. Of course, so deeply sorry that we...
Did you remember those years?
Absolutely.
You must have been very young.
Actually, I was there when she was tear gassed at Uhuru Park, and I didn't, at the time I was young, and so I didn't quite understand what she was doing, in terms of the depth of the advocacy work and what it really meant and what was emanating from within her, and her love for Kenya and what she was trying to do for Kenyans. But now it's become very clear to me, and not only clear, but it's become real. So that the courage that she had is now beginning to bubble up in me, and I see myself in a few years taking some tougher challenges than I've ever taken in my life.
Wow. That's good. That's good. So what she achieved is more important now for Kenyans to carry on, isn't it? With this museum, with this foundation.
So. Yeah. I think so. I think, one of the things that as Kenyans, we beat ourselves so much that we look so far for inspiration. Most of the times I speak to young kids in schools and you ask them who inspires them most, and they look really far. When we have such an incredible story here, and we hope that we can unpack the various facets of my mother's life. One of the stories I must tell is when we first met Johan de Witt of Bogertman Architects, we all were praying that we hope this is an architect who understands and at least has even read my mother's book. And Johan walked into the room and took our breath away. He had read the book. He's an avid reader. And one of the things he said to us was, this is not about me as an architect creating a museum. I'm only creating a space. But we need to get the best possible storyteller to tell this story. This is not a usual story. This is a Kenyan story. I want to keep saying that he would have grasped the gravity, the multifaceted nature of it. So we got, thankfully, into our group, the world's leading museum designer in Ralph Applebaum Associates. Ralph, I wrote to him because I had met him a few years ago, and I felt on one of my bold days, I just wrote an email to him and I said, we are creating this wonderful museum to a great Kenyan African global citizen. Would you please be part of it? And by the way, we have no money because I know he would be unaffordable.
And he replied.
And he replied in very few words, but I'll never forget the poignant words, how could I say no? And so we have Ralph Applebaum waiting in the wings to design in the most creative and beautiful way as he has. He designed the Holocaust Museum, he designed the museum in Washington, D.C., he designed the Bill Clinton Memorial Museum in Arkansas, the Human Rights Museum in Canada. This could be, we are world class. I keep reminding my board every time that this is not just a building, and Edward Kira, the CEO of Econ, tells me all the time, yes, we can do it, and we can do it right here in Kenya.
Yeah, but Wawero, let's face it, Kenyans at the end of the day, God love them, but we'll talk about this for 2-3 days, and then we'll just forget about it. I like to call it the warthog syndrome. When a warthog sees a lion, it takes off. 30 seconds later, it stops, not forgetting why it was running away. That's us.
And we hope that doesn't happen. That's why my sister is leading that huge media campaign. We also hope that my mom's name will be enough to motivate others as it has motivated us to keep her legacy alive. We think that in itself will cause people to want to come to this space and be inspired to do more. And that's why we think it's important for everyone to get involved. And if we show action first as Kenyans, then others will join in. And for all that we said about my mom not being loved at home as she was abroad, here's an opportunity for us to really lift her and pay tribute to her. And if you believe she's up looking upon us, then it's the best thing we can do for her. Best gift.
Yeah. And Muta, you're a lot younger than us, but you know, you're kind of younger than us. But what do you want your generation to remember most about your mom?
I think that one person can make a great difference, but that it takes courage. And we have to master the courage. And when we were younger, maybe we didn't have it. But we're at an age now where we understand. And we're beginning to become seasoned men and women who can see our visions and go for them. You know, and have this go-get attitude.
Yeah.
And the ability to achieve difficult things. We have a difficult problem with corruption in this country. That's a deep challenge. But then we now have what it takes to fight those kinds of problems.
Yeah.
Those are the big problems we can tackle. We shouldn't wait for anybody else to do them. We have what it takes at this point, and we have been around long enough and are seasoned enough and should be courageous enough to take them on.
Fantastic. Goodness, I mean, there are no dumb kids in your family? Everyone's so smart, and so this is not fair, huh?
Well, I think it's fair. But I want to say something, Jeff, that we beat ourselves so much. You see, you said that Kenyans will not do anything. Today was an indicator of that. From morning, you started it, I think. Thank you.
My team, I had nothing
but
to do with it.
yes, thanks to you.
Yeah.
But I don't think I have met, and I've been talking to corporate leaders, and I've been talking to different Kenyans who are passionate. I haven't met one person. I want to tell you a story about a woman called Wamoyo. When my mother passed, that was 4 years ago obviously, but about 4 months later, I got a note from a group of Kenyans. It was actually a compilation of poetry and tributes and reflections about her. And one woman, Wamoyo, I hope she's watching, and she said, here is my 10,000 shillings, and I want you to go and do something. Build a statue, I don't know, but I'm starting this campaign to do something for Wangari Mathai. And I remember saying that, we can't take that money. If I took it, I would have to go and buy milk or something. But today, I can say to the Wamoyos out there, this is our chance to prove anyone who says that Kenyans didn't care about Wangari Mathai. I don't think so. I think Kenyans loved her. They always have. They've always shown it. And some of the outrage you see when I was in Peru and they dedicated a park to her name, Twitter was ablaze with Kenyans saying, how come we don't do anything about it? But it's because they love her so much and they want to do something. So here's the opportunity. And that's why I'm excited. I think Kenyans will show up. I'll come back on the show when we've raised that money with Kenyan leadership, and we can say that Kenyans don't care. I don't think so.
I'll eat humble pie that day.
Yes, you
Humble.
will. You will.
There's a park in Peru named after her?
Yes, in Lima, there's a park that was dedicated by the mayor of Sanboria during the climate change convention, COP. It was beautiful. They put up a plaque. I had never seen so many people working in Lima, Peru, in a tribute to Wangari Mathai.
Let's go back to the Nobel Prize, gentlemen. When it was announced, your thought, what did you think when the word came through? 2004.
Well, I remember that moment when my mom said to me, I'm going to go and sleep. And when I wake up and it's still true, then I'll know it really is true. And it was unbelievable for her just as much as it was unbelievable for me.
Sure.
Yeah, it was an incredible moment. But what a wonderful moment, because it was vindication, that she had been speaking the right thing. She had been speaking truth to power. And people had been listening, and now the world was recognizing her for it.
Over?
Yeah, I felt the same way. It was really couldn't have happened to a more beautiful person.
Yeah.
So I was so proud of her. But she never changed. That's what I loved about her. She remained exactly the same.
Yeah.
You would never know you're sitting with a Nobel laureate.
Right.
Yeah. She never changed.
Yeah.
She never expected people to do things any different.
No.
That's what we loved about her.
And I love the way she shrugged with passion. I mean, even when she...
She was proud of her
You know what
roots.
I'm saying?
She was
shrugged
proud
all
of
the time, but she did it well.
And she made no apology.
I like this laureate.
Exactly.
My bad. I'm
Yeah, that's not right, sir. That's not right. Yeah. I know. But you know, I think that's another story actually. Her passion for culture. She was so passionate about, she wrote that book, The Challenge for Africa. The challenge for Africa, she believed, one of the major challenges was the deterioration of our attachment to who we are. And that will be a big part of the story we tell at the Wangari Mathai House. Because I do want our daughters to go to the Wangari Mathai House and understand the gravity of what she was trying to say. She was way ahead of her time. Way ahead of her time.
When do we expect construction to begin?
Well, we expect construction to begin next year. And I'm grateful to have Edward Kirathe constantly reminding me that it is possible because he's done it before. But I know it will take all of us. It will. I cannot sit here and tell you we have the money in the bank. My board keeps asking me, so how much money have we raised? Well, I am living on faith, and especially faith in Kenya. We have to make it happen. If we don't do it, then we might as well just sort of pack everything and send it to, you know, Princeton University to put it in an archive.
Absolutely.
But we can do so much more and inspire your children, my children, everybody.
Once construction begins, when do we expect to walk in the opening day of the Wangari Mathai Museum Memorial?
Well, once construction begins, 3 years,
3
2
years.
to 3 years actually, I'm told, it will be done.
Yeah.
And we'll walk in and celebrate a great Kenyan,
And we saw the
Kenyan
pictures.
woman.
We saw the pictures, folks. I mean, you walk in, it's like you're walking into a forest, right? There's this semicircle or the circle
Yes,
in.
it's a circle. The architect was inspired by the rings of a tree. So it's actually very much metaphoric of what she loved most, which
Yeah.
is trees. And it is in a very green, the Green Belt movement has been generous. This is a green space that they've said, this is where we would like to see this. And we will obviously plant more trees. But what I love about it is beautiful. You bring the inside out and the outside in. So from wherever you are on the inside, you see the outside. And from wherever you are on the outside, you see the inside. So you're in this circle, in the ring, a donut, and you're on the inside. It's going to be beautiful. Let's just go on and make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good words. Where, if your mother was alive today, what would she think of today's Kenya?
Well, she was always optimistic, so I know she wouldn't necessarily say any bad things, but you could expect her to be vocal and to stay as principled as she was. She would speak her mind.
Yeah. Muta?
I have to agree with my brother. I definitely think she would be proud of the progress that we're making. I think Kenyans are getting more and more aware that it will take their effort. They have a role to play in making this the Kenya we want it to be. It's not just for a few people, it's for all of us. And once we get a critical mass moving in the right direction, we'll create a momentum, I think, that will carry more of us forward. But it really does take all of us to make this the great nation that it can be. And I know that all of us have such great hopes and dreams for Kenya. And what we need to do is focus our energies in that direction to really make this a wonderful land.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All hands on deck.
Absolutely.
I want you to real quick, the sequence of events. Next Friday, the 25th, is the anniversary.
Well, the 25th is the anniversary.
Yeah.
The 26th, we have Wangari Mathai Family Day at Karura Forest.
Yeah.
And then on the 6th of October, get your tickets for this amazing gala event.
Yeah. Guest of honor.
Guest of honor, Her Excellency Margaret Kenyatta. We love her.
Yeah. With her husband.
With her husband present, yes, of course.
No pressure.
No pressure. I sure hope he comes. Honestly, if he comes,
Yeah. Yeah.
say no more.
You know?
I mean, and I have a feeling deep inside. I have people have said I have a very strong intuition.
Yeah.
I have a sense he will be there.
Yeah. Your mother lives in you, doesn't she?
I hope so.
You're kind of scary sometimes.
Really?
You guys feel that way?
I agree.
You do well.
Scary.
My goodness.
Really?
Just say, thank you for my laureate.
I'm not gonna humor you. I'm not gonna humor you.
This show is unscripted, you know. We did it.
It's crazy. Yeah.
That's why it's the best show.
Oh, thank you, man. Thank you very much. Okay, folks, we've got literally 2 minutes to go. Muta, that camera over there, going forward, with this woman in mind, with this memorial in mind, what should Kenyans do? Go.
I would call upon all Kenyans to get involved and do their little thing. Whatever it is that is in your heart, where your talents lie, where your strengths lie, Kenya needs that from you. Go out and do your best for this nation. Thank you.
Beautiful. Wawero.
Agreed. Hashtag my little thing. If everyone does their little thing, I'm sure Wangari's dream will be realized for Kenya, and that way we'll have paid tribute to her legacy.
Fantastic. Wanjiru, you get the last word.
Well, I do. I really think that we have a great opportunity to pay tribute to an incredible woman. Let's do it. Let's prove Jeff wrong and everybody else who really thinks that Kenyans will not do this. It is a big task, but who said we're not up to it? Let's do it. I think we can.
Yeah. Yes, we can.
Oh, yes, we can.
So, if people want to buy tickets, it's at wangarimathai.org.
wangarimathai.org. Buy your tickets. Get involved. And I think one of the things that we're saying is get involved means, yes, buy your tickets, send your donations so that we can keep the foundation going, but also send us your ideas. Wamoyo, if you want to help us fundraise, I know you promised, do come along. We need all the help we can get because we know we have a great story, but we need you.
I got one tweet I got to read. I mean, these My Little Thing, people have been tweeting all day long, right? I just picked one up. Peter Global says, my little Thing is inspiring youth to defend what really matters in society.
It's great.
Like Wangari Mathai.
Wonderful.
Your generation.
Fantastic.
All of us.
Fantastic.
All hands on deck.
All hands.
Absolutely.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Oh, before I leave you,
Yes.
gentlemen, you know, I hadn't planned on you guys coming, so we're going to organize, okay? I'd only planned on one guest, so I'll...
We can share.
Yeah, you wear it on Sunday. I'll give you a t-shirt.
Thank you.
We'll get you guys yours, I promise.
Oh,
All right.
my, oh, my.
What my?
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, good stuff, man. Good luck.
Just
Muta?
being here, it's such a pleasure.
Oh,
Thank you
man,
so much.
You know, you never know what's going to happen on JKL. Huh?
You never know.
Just show up and you're on the face.
Thank you, just really
God
appreciate
bless you, my
it.
dear.
Thank you for your support. really.
You, your mother.
part of Team
I can feel your
JKL,
mom right here, you know.
Oh,
I can
thank
feel
you.
her.
Thank you very much.
Shrubbing and all. I can feel her.
I know, I try not to shout. I try.
Just say thank you for my audience.
I would say it for you, no.
September 25th, 26th, October 6th.
October 6th.
Spread the word, folks. It's going to be great. And like when Jira and her brother say, you guys can do it. We all can do it. This could be an all Kenyan thing. And like I always say, for us, by us.
Exactly.
It could happen. Let's prove the critics wrong, myself included. Let's go out there and build this memorial and show the world who this woman really was and how much we appreciate her to this day. Wow. I'll say it again. What a woman. Superwoman. No doubt. Keep tweeting at Masai Wanjira, at Koinange Jeff, the hashtag My Little Thing, and if you want to post your little thing, do that on Wangari Mathai.
Oh, yes.
On the website as well, they can post it there.
WangariMathai.org, you can post it there at Wangari Mathai, Wangari Mathai Facebook, Wangari Mathai Wangari_Mathai Instagram.
Goodness gracious me, this woman's going to live forever, isn't she?
Yes, oh yeah.
She better.
She knows.
Thanks so much, Rose.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Wow. Next week, new show, new topic, new guest. Same place, same time. Make sure you catch JKL, the only 3 letters in the alphabet that are sequential, on your keyboard. JKL. Make sure you watch us every Wednesday, Thursday, 10 p.m. right here on Kenya's television network, KTN and KTN News. Thanks so much for watching. Good night, good luck, God bless, and Wangari Mathai lives on.
Thanks, Jeff. Thanks
you,
a lot.
Good job. Well, nice.